it would hurt to know if you ever were untrue.
Welcome back to BEYPER.View. This is episode number 5. We are here today with Craig from Jindabyne Sports. It's a pleasure to be down here. Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for coming.
No worries, thank you. We'll just jump straight into the first question, and then
Sure.
I'm sure we'll
Get it rolling.
We'll just get the ball rolling from there.
Cool.
Okay, so this is quite super simple, but feel free to elaborate as much as you want.
Sure.
Can you please give us all an introduction on yourself and what you do here at Jindabyne Sports?
Cool. So I'm Craig Hemsley. I'm the owner of Jindabyne Sports. The founder of Patriot Footbeds.
Yes.
So
that's actually where I
found me.
Yeah, I found you. Where I figured out who you were, because
interesting.
It randomly popped up I was watching a whole bunch of backcountry stuff from Kosciuszko, and one of your videos showed up.
Yeah, nice.
And I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Okay.
And then I seen Jindabyne Sports, and then
it
all started unfolding. I'm like, I need to send this guy a message.
Oh, awesome.
So
cool.
That was cool. From YouTube. Yeah.
Awesome, yeah. So where to start? Like, this is my ski shop. Patriot Footbeds is a brand that I founded.
Nice.
And have developed.
Awesome.
So it sort of is down 2 different tracks there of what I do.
Yep.
So this obviously is Jindabyne Sports. It's got a rich history.
Yep.
It's been here since 1967.
Wow.
Before that, it was originally a Mick Simmons Sports.
Okay.
And then the founder of Jindabyne Sports, Ron Clark, started it back in 67.
Nice.
It's had a rich history here in Jindabyne as being a sort of the establishment to go to over the years.
I brought a few things from here over the years.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of people you speak to have worked here. You know, there's a lot of people in town who've, been tuning skis here or, selling gloves and jackets to people. So,
knee pads for the less experienced.
yeah. So, we cater to everyone coming down to Jindabyne for their ski holiday to Perisher or Thredbo.
Yep.
After that, it's been in that Clark family since that time until 2016 when me and my wife took over.
So you haven't had it for long at all?
No, it's 4 years now we've owned the store.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're coming into our 5th winter.
Awesome.
It's kind of a interesting winter, a tough time to be in the
say
snow
the least.
industry. So it's going to be a unique one and one we're sort of figuring out as we roll.
Yeah, I don't think you can't really plan for what's happened or what's about to happen, how it's going to unfold.
Yeah,
you
it's
sort of kind of roll with the punches.
See how we go and see how many people can come and go skiing, and
hopefully a lot.
Hopefully a lot. Yeah. We'll see what the numbers are doing. I think we're looking at about a half capacity winter for how many people can go to Thredbo. We're still waiting to hear from Perisher on what their plans are.
Towards the end of the month, I think.
It's when we'll sort of hear word, and let's hope it's all positive. It's all going in the right direction. So pretty happy there. Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
So more about this store, I guess. Me and my wife were both employees here. Worked for Peter and Sue Clark, who was the son of Ron Clark, who started, and they had it for 25 years. We took over at 49, rolled into the 50th year, and been going strong ever since.
Doing some renovations along the way.
Doing some renovations, We always like to change up the layout and keep things interesting. And
definitely.
It's one thing I really like to experiment with, actually, is how people come in and interact and what they're looking for, and really try manage things like just the space and try present things differently and modernise
how people move around.
Exactly,
in the store.
Little things like that I just get captivated
cool.
by and try to figure out,
once you do something and it works and you're like,
that's right. You tweak things, you put your own sort of stance and flavour on what you like to do and what you're buying, the products you offer, and so it's my whole life. I love it.
I seen on one of your vlogs you're hanging a sign up somewhere. I think you're hanging a sign up somewhere and you're like, that's shit.
Possibly, yeah. I've chopped and changed quite a bit. It's the latest iteration is I'm creating a workshop and a new rental area, and it hasn't gone to plan so far.
It never does.
No,
it never does.
But I'm piecing it together, and I think it'll be workable, and
you'll work it all out.
That's right. Maybe next summer I'll finish it off the way I first intended.
Yeah.
But at least it's getting there, and I don't know. I hope people will enjoy the change, and hopefully it works well serving customers too.
But it looks a lot better than when I seen it on the
initially
on the vlog.
Yeah. Thanks.
Last month. I think it was last month.
It was about a month ago. I probably released it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why when I walked in, I seen it all boarded up.
Started to get lined. Yeah. Stay tuned because I've got to get that vlog ready as it finishes off. But we're in the right direction and ready to go for winter. So I'm pretty happy with it.
It's cool. Just hopefully, good news comes out of Perisher and
definitely
get some asses down here.
Yeah, for sure.
Start hiring.
Make the season happen. Yeah,
definitely.
So
otherwise, it's not going to be that great.
No,
it's not.
It is what it is, and we'll recover, and the seasons will go ahead. Winter's not going anywhere, so there's always 2021.
100%.
Because 2020 started with bushfires. That was the first problem.
Yeah,
and it's just rolled since then.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten. It hasn't really improved a great deal.
Not at all, no. So I think today was our first day where we sort of did a good trade.
Yeah.
So it was great to see people come back to Jindabyne, and
yeah,
it's been real positive.
That's what I was talking to my wife about before when we were having some lunch. I'm like, it's good to not be down here just to go snowboarding.
Yeah.
Like we get to just experience a bit more
Different pace.
What
the
place is about and everything. And then we're walking in, you're like, oh, this is the busiest it's been in ages. Like,
probably looks like nothing compared to the city, But
definitely.
But no, it's good.
It's good that there's a lot of people down here now, even when you can't go up there.
And that's it. People are keen, and another weird thing is they shut the national parks for this long weekend.
Yeah.
Out of precaution.
Ruined our plans.
Yeah, like if you're going to go hiking or backcountry, it's sort of got kiboshed.
Yeah.
But a couple of weeks' time and it'll go. So there is a bit of snow up there, which is good to see, and temperatures are cold at night. So
plenty more on the way.
They should be making it. And
it's going to be a good season.
Should be good. I'm pretty excited for it.
The conditions are going to be great.
Oh,
whether anyone can get up there.
I heard on the news the other day it's going to be the snowiest season in years.
Wow.
And I thought, well, that's just typical.
Yeah, when no one can get up there,
that's
it's going
right.
to be the best.
And who does get up there is going to enjoy it.
Definitely. Okay.
Did you want to speak about Patriot Footbeds?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, I guess, sorry to interrupt, but I guess that's another aspect. It's actually a business I started before I purchased Jindabyne Sports.
Okay.
It's something I developed and founded myself.
Okay.
And it's all about helping people fix their own ski boot problems.
Yeah.
So
out of discomfort of your own?
Exactly, yeah. So I don't know, how far can we go back? I can start with a history of how I got into boot fitting and that sort of thing, because that's what I did in this store before
take as long as
I
you
bought
want.
the store.
We've got plenty of beers in all night.
You got time?
Yeah, I've got nothing but time.
Well, I guess let's go back. I came to snow sports pretty late, I guess. I did it as a kid.
Yep.
My mum took us down to Victorian ski resorts. Went to Hotham and Bulla.
Dream.
Skied as a little kid, but then was away from it for a while. Went through, high school, did my trade, got sick of that and decided to go overseas. Went across to Canada to do a winter season. Started there, went to Lake Louise in Alberta, in Canada.
Wow.
And so, and that...
Life changer.
100% life changer, yeah. So I was there early, I was there in November, so that's sort of before the season really gets going over there.
Yep.
And just took to it straight away. Yeah. Started sliding around what they call the Wee Waxy 500. Just their groom run where there's a million people and dodging everyone.
Front valley.
Just trying to pick it up out of control like mad. And and then about a couple of weeks in, the confidence starts growing. Decide I'm going to go right to the top. They started opening the top bowls.
Yep.
So I'm like, let's have a go, see what this is all about. And I actually vividly remember getting off the top lift, doing a few turns, looking over to my side and seeing a bunch of untouched snow. So I'm like, I'm going to go in there. Went into that, and that just changed my life. Yeah. 100%.
Completely different.
So from that day till now, that's how I got here.
That's it.
That just flicked something in my head.
Changer.
That just completely, 100% hooked since then, and have been absolutely
it's crazy how
addicted ever since then.
It's crazy how something can just take a hold of you.
Yep.
That's what I found out. Yeah, when we started snowboarding.
Yeah.
Once I, like we were talking about before, once I did get it, it was like, this is it. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life.
It's the best feeling too,
Definitely.
So
it's great. So how did you get from there? Like, what exactly do you do with Patriot Footbeds now? So do you make them? Do you get them made? Do you design them all?
So products are designed by me. I've started to get some manufacturing done. I started out working with a factory in China, getting exactly what I wanted as far as making a footbed.
Yep.
So maybe we should even go a little bit before then on how I even got into boot fitting.
Definitely.
After that season at Lake Louise, I then moved on to another resort, which is where I met my wife over there.
Yep.
From there, went down to Colorado, did a season there.
Awesome.
Started doing a little bit of boot fitting, getting sort of
Awesome.
interested in it, dealing with people's feet. Went back up to Canada, and that's where I started working with a guy called Chris Lehman.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually the father of Olympic silver medalist Brady Lehman.
Okay.
And he started going, oh, there's a little more you could do here. You know, started showing me a bit more technical stuff.
Yep.
And that really piqued my interest in sort of, you know,
Someone
manipulating a boot. You
opened
know,
another door for you.
construction background. I'm a chippy by trade.
Yep.
So, you know, altering the boot, changing it, stretching
make
it, you know, really custom fitting for people. So that was a great thing. And then after that season is when I came and started working at Perisher.
Okay.
Met another guy, Andy Burford.
Yep.
Very technical, super knowledgeable guy. And really, he sort of took me in and just started showing me everything. Sort of a really world-class sort of boot fitter.
Yep.
Went through very technical stuff, custom footbeds, really making alterations. You know, very biomechanical, sort of looking at the anatomy of the feet and, you know, how things can be altered and changed.
And improved upon.
Exactly, yeah. And then from working with him is when I started coming here after that season and working here. And Peter Clark and Andy Burford, probably pretty renowned guys around here as far as boot fitting.
Yep.
They've got 25, 30 years under their belts.
Wow.
And so
As long as I've been alive.
under their tutelage, you know, learning a lot from them, and also you figure out a lot of stuff along the way with things like that, you know, really working with people and dealing with them and figuring out their problems and actually making the solutions.
Yeah.
Things start to tick, things start to progress. And
This is how I can do this.
Exactly.
You know, and then you just keep
and taking in knowledge from certain people. And there is a few good sort of courses you can take where, you know, like different brand representatives will bring in their knowledge and
a bit more info.
and just taking people in the industry, like snow sport's a pretty small industry overall, and just working with great people, taking in a lot of stuff. And again, you start my brain's always ticking, always
Doesn't
trying
stop.
to figure out things. I'm sure you're exactly the
Doesn't
same.
stop.
Never stops.
100 notebooks filled with 100 things I haven't
Yeah.
done yet.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stop.
So the thing in my mind that sparked Patriot Footbeds is like over and over and over, you keep getting people coming into the shop, and it's just simple little things you fix for them, and they're like, oh,
It's a
my
game
God,
changer.
game changer, amazing, like easy.
Definitely.
And so like my thought is like, you serve 20, 30 people a day in a shop, and you're knackered. You've worked your ass off all day, 9-10 hours, fitting boots one after the other, and then you walk outside and you see 10,000 people on the mountain.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, how many people are struggling with their boots?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a massive amount of people.
100%.
So my thinking with it is, you know, what if you can give them solutions to quickly make these alterations themselves? Because
that's right.
it's actually not that hard to do a lot of it.
Footbed.
There is some technical stuff, and footbed's the foundation. That's the main thing.
Definitely.
So that's where 80-90% of problems are solved by getting the foot supported in a good position. So that's where I started, and started trying to source places that were making footbeds. Took hundreds of samples, and figuring out to get what I wanted, and working with the factory. Can you change this? Can you do this? Very hard, and like sourcing from China, it's not an easy thing.
There's a lot of wait time.
A lot of wait time, a lot of stuff lost in translation, a lot of stuff, a lot of promises that they don't come through on.
You end up with something that you didn't ask for.
Exactly, yeah. So there's those challenges, but you know, spent a lot of money. I've got to thank my wife because I took all my life savings and dropped it into that to sort of produce some.
Turned it into your life.
Exactly, but what I produced is fantastic, and I love it. I stand behind them.
Beautiful.
Something I love to sell, love to use. And it expanded from there. So it's gone from the footbeds to other sort of boot fitting aids or parts, you know, where you can make alterations to your boots. I've developed some new products. One called a dual strap, which is a double power strap, which is phenomenal for really just taking up any excess space on the top of a boot. The other new product I have is a liner sleeve, which allows you to tighten up around your ankles and your heel and really lock your feet in, all without having to glue or stick anything to your boots. So that just slides on, and you can customize your boot completely like that. So
there you go.
Trying to do some innovations, trying to really make things happen. And I get them made in Australia. Actually, I get them made locally.
Awesome.
Out at New
Even
Morella.
better.
So that's been a
Even
really
better.
cool progression to get some Australian manufacturing. And just love that. Love the innovation, love developing, and love the whole aspect.
And it won't stop.
Mate, never.
It doesn't stop.
No, I
You're only
can't.
going to keep.
It's impossible,
You're only going to
yeah.
keep going. Someone else.
I'm
is
hoping
coming
to
with
keep
a different
expanding.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I'm working towards eventually maybe building a whole boot.
That'll be good.
That's pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
Pretty big goal, but I see that there's
No reason you can't.
manufacturing's changing. You know,
Yeah,
like
definitely is.
traditionally you've got to spend millions of dollars to build boot molds
Mm-hmm.
that inject plastic, but I'm starting to see ways that possibly a boot can come together without that
having
much
to do
investment.
that. Yep.
But it's a long-term game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But it always is.
Yeah,
It always is
that's
a
the
long-term
pie in
game.
the sky goal,
right.
and I'm just making my way there.
You get there. You chip away at it. Bit
That's
by
it.
bit,
Yeah,
and you'll
but
get
the
to
goal
it.
right now, especially with that, is just really enabling people to solve their problems with that, and
Quite easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
So from that, I developed a YouTube channel.
Yep.
So trying to do some instructing, DIY videos to help people and just teach people certain things.
Yep.
One of the biggest things people, and I don't know if it's on purpose, but like there's a lot of naivety
Yeah.
about ski boots. People don't know why their feet hurt or
Yep.
what they can do about it or how to
If,
solve problems.
if there is even anything they can do.
Yeah,
about it.
exactly. Yeah. So that's where I wanted to try put some good info out.
Yep.
And people started to respond to it.
Even with the snowboard boots when we started,
Yeah.
when we brought our first pair, the fella we brought them off was very knowledgeable.
Great.
Like he helped us out a great deal.
Yeah.
But even then, those first couple of rides,
Yeah.
it's like
The breaking
it's
time,
like wearing
yeah.
like a leather
Yeah,
boot. Like
yeah.
you got to put the time into.
So there's
to
reassurance
get used
that
to it.
needed there. Yeah. That
Yeah,
you've
that's
got to have
right.
faith. This is going to get better. Like.
But then there's some people. I think it was a while after we were at Perisher. We were sitting at Blue Cow, just outside, just having a
yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
And we're like, my feet are fucking killing me. And then
Right.
someone just walked past and they're like, oh, get used to that. It doesn't go away. And that's the first thing I thought was just like, what? I was like, I
Yeah.
can't put up with this every time I go snowboarding.
No way. Yeah.
But since then,
It's funny. Some
I can't
people do.
remember. Yeah, some people put up
Some
with
people
it.
never realise. Oh, this
Yeah.
is just what it is.
Yeah,
But
this
like,
is just like skiing or
yeah,
snowboarding.
it just sucks.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
But it's the same with snowboard boots. Like
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of snowboard boot alterations, the same as ski boot.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's
Very
different
minor,
where it's
it's
not
simple.
plastic, but
Yeah.
like you can make alterations to your boot liners. You can put footbeds in your snowboard boots.
Well, that's what
you
we
can
done.
add J bars and things like that to get
Yep.
a better lock in the back. Like
Yep.
there's things you can do in a board boot.
We got some. Excuse me. We got some footbeds.
Did
for
ya?
our snowboard boots?
Awesome.
And that was a game changer.
Yeah.
Just that simple arch support.
That's it.
Was just a game changer.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it felt like the bones in your foot are just
100%.
because
Because
splay out.
it's a different action than what you're used to.
That's
You
right.
put a lot of strain on your feet to
That's
steer a
right.
board or skis. It's not
Yep.
a natural action. So if you can support your feet, it's taking less stress
It
on
feels
all the
like-
muscles and
It
yeah,
was like just walking around in trainers.
Yeah.
After that,
Awesome.
it was awesome.
perfect.
But they're a bit worse for wear now. I need a new pair. So then the
Yeah,
whole,
right.
whole cycle starts again.
Yeah, that's
So
it. Cool.
Just the train we have to ride with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you at now with Patriot Footbeds
Mm-hmm.
in terms of, like you're saying, with making a boot?
Yeah.
Is that something that would happen in like the next 12 months?
No,
18
definitely
months,
not. No,
24
no.
months?
That's, as I say, that's a pie in the sky goal.
Yeah.
I think that's a long-term thing I'm working
Okay.
towards. But now for me, it's just building the brand. And
definitely.
It's interesting building a brand from nothing, like it's not easy.
not easy.
It's not easy
Not
at all,
easy.
but you got to find, and that's it. You don't try to make something for everyone.
No, you can't.
That's the first thing,
You've already lost if you're trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's not for the mass market. It's not for every skier, and I
right.
don't want it to be.
Yep.
So who I feel is my market are people who, probably, let's say, I don't want to put demographics on it because everyone's different.
It's
but
hard, yeah.
Yeah, but like, someone who's been maybe skiing for a while,
Yep.
has had problems with boots, maybe is a little bit, competent with tools or something like that, 30 to 50 years old, maybe could handle some DIY projects
That's
or something
right.
like that, and then go, oh, maybe I can make alterations to my boots. I'm not scared of doing it.
Few adjustments.
It doesn't, like, boots aren't cheap. Let's,
Yep.
So people are scared, oh, maybe I'll wreck them, I might fuck my boots up or something, but...
Yep.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff, and what I try to show people is there's some simple things you can do and make
To
improvements.
improve
Yeah,
drastically.
and it's only if you're really looking to try stretch or do something really dramatic where you
Yeah.
take a risk on, if you're not
damaging
competent
something
at,
Yep.
a lot of that stuff can take years to work in a boot shop to get very good at it.
Yep.
But also, if you've got some good know-how, you can do it yourself.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
there's things you can do.
Yep.
But as I say, it's not for everyone. So I have a market of people who are actually interested in that. People
Yep.
who want to do that. People who want to. The whole reason it's called Patriot is
Already
because
set.
it's people who take a bit of pride, bit of ownership.
That's right.
And
Bit
want to go
patriotic
ahead and
about
do
their
it.
stuff.
Patriotic,
that's
like
right.
free thinkers.
Yep. 100%.
So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Sort of the whole approach to it and who I'm trying to serve. So I'm just about building that out and just trying to help more people. And yeah,
Awesome.
I like the feedback I get, on my videos. It seems to be positive. People dig
Every
it.
time.
It's helping them out. And I love creating content. I think it's fun.
And that's cool.
It's
It
just
is.
as much fun to do it for people and
Definitely.
try out a bit of humour into my videos, that sort of thing. And
You try. You
I
can't
try.
make it. You can't make everyone.
a lot of
laugh,
it's cheesy,
but
a
try.
lot of it's pretty bad jokes, but that's my humour. I'm sort of like that.
You'll be surprised at how many people do laugh though.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So yeah, that's all I'm trying to do is just expand that and
Any
keep growing, keep making things better.
any future plans for the shop?
Again,
Just keep
we've
doing what you're doing.
we've just hit a trains hit a
season.
brick wall. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
definitely.
so you
Puts all the
we're
ideas
adapting.
on,
We're trying to
on
figure out
backlog.
how to go forward.
Yep.
So where we have been growing, our last 4 years, we've been growing out our website, our e-commerce side of the business. Just trying to really bring in brands and product and things that we see as successful and building upon that. So yeah, it's all about buying, and a lot of snow gear you're buying 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
So you got to be really focused on like predicting the future,
Yep.
like how much will we sell in the coming years?
Yep.
What you've got to go. What do people like fashion wise?
Exactly.
There's a lot of choices in the amount of stock you hold and everything like that. So yeah, the way we were progressing and moving forward and the amount of sales we were doing was looking pretty positive.
Until
Things throw curveballs.
Yeah.
So now we're like, okay, well now we have to take a different approach.
That's right.
So
You gotta adapt.
exactly, this year's going to be a matter of okay, we got to see what happens, see what we can do, and refocus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always on a positive mentality. I want to
have to be.
keep it going. Like
If you're not, you wouldn't walk out of your house every day.
100%. And I love doing this so much.
Yep.
I love everyone that comes in,
Yep.
dealing with them. We have the same families coming back that have been here for
Awesome.
year after year.
Yep.
So yeah, just continuing to serve people and give them what they want. We try to have the whole range of price points on stuff for people to have a good holiday and get gear that they're after. But
That they need.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess the outlook now is let's survive, let's
Definitely.
regroup, let's see
Yep.
what we can do and adapt to what's happening.
And you can't even really make that decision until you find out what happens towards the end of the month.
100%.
Whether the season's even going to
And
be what you want it to be.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. And the other thing that may be affected, but I'm hoping turns positive, is the travel market.
Yes.
So people going to Japan, North America
Yep.
for that opposite season
Yep.
has always started to become, the last 4 or 5 years,
Yep.
a pretty good category, to have winter gear during our summer.
Definitely.
Like our summer locally is all about hiking, Kosciuszko.
Yeah,
Trail
mountain
running's been
biking
growing,
and
so
all that
like
as well.
athletic stuff's been a good thing to sort of incorporate into the offering as well.
in the off season.
Yeah. So, mate, just taking stock, seeing what happens.
Yeah. That's all you can really do.
We're going to survive. We want to be here for another 50 years.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
we're just going to do what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you have to
And
do.
I just keep wanting to improve things.
Yeah.
If you have watched my vlogs, you probably noticed I always have some
I have.
Yeah,
I don't
ideas.
think anyone watching has, but there'll be links.
Tune in, yeah.
There'll be links. I'll put links
Well, I
in.
hope it's enjoyable, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm always trying to change something, improve, make it better, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's all you can really ask for.
yeah,
That's all
for
you
sure.
can do.
Yeah, that's
Do-
right.
do what you
That's
enjoy.
it. Plug away, keep going.
Do what you enjoy.
So, and that's with I guess everyone. I'm not alone in that. Obviously, a lot of people have gone through the same thing.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be fucking hard. It's gonna be hard.
How about you, man? How's things with BEYPER, and what's your approach? And
Going all right.
Yeah?
Things for us are, I wouldn't say slow, but I get out of this the time I put into it.
Yep.
As with everything.
100%.
But like we're talking about off air, with the day job, driving a truck,
Sure.
12, 13, 14 hours a day,
100%.
it's hard to come home and then get on the computer and chop some videos up for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, you get dragged.
Because then I got to go to sleep at 10, 11 o'clock. I got to get up at 3 o'clock to go to work again.
100%.
So,
yeah.
And I can't be a danger driving a truck around all day.
Of course not. Yeah.
That aspect
can't be sitting there on Instagram as you drive. You know?
Yeah, it's hard. And the time I do get to stop, all I do, I'm on my phone. I'm like, I've got half an hour to do as much as I can.
Yep.
And it's like you blink and half an hour's gone. It's just like, fuck. I didn't get half the things done I needed to.
Sure.
And now I'm not going to stop for another 5-6 hours again. So, yeah, it's stressful.
It's something
the
that
best of times.
never goes away.
No, it won't.
At all.
The worst part is when I do get to the point where I can stop driving a truck for a day job and focus on this more heavily as a source of income, which is obviously the ultimate goal. I would be doing it if it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, but it's only going to get harder. It's not going to get easier.
Right. It just changes.
The hours, it's going to be full time.
Yeah.
It's not going to be, I'm coming home after 10 hours of driving a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Already fully aware of that.
It's a whole different set of stresses, but man, the whole process is pretty cool.
No, we're doing good.
Good.
Sales with the hats and beanies and stuff has been good.
Awesome.
Obviously, everyone wants to sell out, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But every release we do, we sell more.
Good.
So it's those little steps.
Yeah.
Those little steps. So I don't...
The whole game, and it's something I didn't know before I got into business, it's cash flow.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's not, like there's sales and profit and your marketing and everything like that.
Yep.
But especially I think it's something that seasonal businesses especially, it's
definitely.
And it's tough because our winter's so short.
You got to conserve that money that you've made from winter to go through to next winter.
But it's always just that's the game, making sure your cash flow is adequate. And that's no matter whether you get to, whatever stage, because obviously you want to get to stage to where you're taking a wage.
Well,
so you can't take
all the happen for a long time.
Well, you'll build it.
It will, eventually.
But
not for a while.
You won't be able to move your business forward if you just take everything out.
Exactly.
And then go, now I've got to buy more product, and
That's right.
So it's really about managing.
100%.
Yeah.
Cash management.
Well, we could do, it's just the flow of it. Hey,
right.
So expenses and
it's I've been thinking about trying to drop back from a full-time job to more part-time.
Sure.
Because then I can spend more time on the business.
Yeah. And
then it just allows that more time that I need to invest into it.
For sure.
Which is only going to be a payoff, whether it's in a year, 2, 3, 5. Doesn't matter on the time it takes to get to the goal. Yeah. Because we'll get there. Yeah. We'll get to the goal.
And you feel like you just
time is irrelevant.
More time for creating content, or what's the...
Everything.
Yeah.
So the whole point... Well, Beyond Perspective is all about perspective. Obviously, yours is different to mine.
Sure.
Theirs is different to ours.
Yeah.
Like everyone sees things differently.
Yeah.
But the point of the podcast is more like now. So this is your business. Obviously, I'm sure a lot more people know who you are here than people that are going to watch this. Oh. But we'll get out there. But having these conversations, you talk about little things within a business that you do, because when you see people talk about one thing, you go, that doesn't sound that hard, or that step seems easy.
Sure.
Then they can, if they're stuck at that step, then they can be like, that's easy, I can do that.
Moving forward to the next step.
And then you move forward to the next step. And then when I started all this, just 4 years ago, I was living in New Zealand when I started this.
Okay.
So I spoke to a few brands over there. They weren't very receptive to help or shed any light on the industry at all. Yeah, which I was shocked by. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, I can't be that much of, I'm not that big a competition to you. Why can't you at least say, hey, just do this and you'll be on your way. You know? Yeah. And then you can figure it out as you go. Yeah. But it was just basically we can't tell you how we run our business. Oh, okay. And it's well, that wasn't the question I asked, but thanks for helping, you know what I mean? So, that's kind of the whole point behind the podcast. If one person can watch this and go, that's a simple step. Sure. Bang, there you go. They're on their way. Yep. And then over time, we talk to more people, you get more insight. Yeah. And you just piece things together. Cool. So it's trying to help other people. Yep. But help me at the same time. I want to do a lot more of this, and by talking to you and the people I've talked to in the past, it's more like it's like interpersonal skills. You get to talk more. You get to develop that interaction with people. So
definitely,
yeah, it's just upskilling in general. I guess
it's
just
cool,
learning more.
Yeah, definitely.
Just the thirst to learn, to talk.
I think it's an interesting thing for a
it's weird
fashion brand to go into.
Yeah, no, 100%. So it was weird when I came up with the concept for it, because the clothing brand's obviously beyond perspective.
Yep.
And then I was like, well, what am I going to do for a podcast? And then I was just like, and then I already had the BEYPER because I already shortened it down.
Yeah.
Which I've had to change now because if you search anything on YouTube or Google, the clothing items clash with the BEYPER YouTube, so you get mixed results all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why it's back to straight beyond perspective.
Okay.
And then the podcast is BEYPER.
Yeah,
just
right.
to try and differentiate
Separate
the
it
two.
a bit. Okay, yeah. But it ties into one another.
Well, exactly right.
Yeah.
It's still the same green and yellow. It's still the same thing to try and. So if you look at the two of them, you can kind of go, okay.
Do you think they're separate entities? Do you view it like that, or
I don't.
Yeah.
But that's my view.
Okay.
I think they're the same thing.
Yeah, well, they
to
are.
be honest,
It's part of your brand, yeah.
Exactly. It's just like a spin off of the brand, really.
Sure.
So, that's why it's BEYPER.View.
It's cool.
It's my view and beyond perspective.
No.
It's simple to me.
Yep.
Baffles some, but
no.
Each their own.
That's it.
Some people understand, some people don't.
Nah, cool.
Yeah, we'll get there. We just got to keep doing more stuff like this, talking to more people.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
You got to be proactive in things like that.
You have to.
You know.
Sorry, I keep looking down. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the battery level on this.
No problems.
I do have a charger in case I do need to plug it in.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Like I see you make a pretty big effort towards Instagram and that sort of thing.
I do my best.
Yeah.
And that's been stuck in the truck all day.
Right.
So
yeah.
I do my best to try, if I'm not at least putting a post on my Instagram page, I'm at least keeping the stories active.
Yep.
Or trying to keep the stories active.
Yeah.
The hard part is trying to keep it on brand.
Sure.
Because I get mixed up sometimes. I'm like, this should be going on my personal Instagram, not my business Instagram. But then at the same time, I am the business.
Yeah,
so people
definitely
get to see a bit more of a personal side to it.
That's interesting. I'm pretty similar with that, because...
I want people to see the background stuff, because it's not just like, buy our shit, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So
and that's not what it should be, but I have similar perspectives as far as like, you've got to have your personality in your business, and this place, to me, I see, this is an institution I've got to do justice to. It's not just about me.
That's right.
This is about all the people that come in and have been forever, and that's right. So, like when I think of creating content or what we want to post and share, it's like, okay, you second guess. You're like, well, if it's just about me and the wife, then that's not, that's not Jindabyne Sports, but it is, because you're just part of it.
You're the family,
and people come in and see you, and they're familiar with you, and
that's right.
so there's no separation there.
Exactly.
And so
yeah, it's good.
It's coming to that it's fine, and you should post it.
I've got to a point now on Instagram, I'll whether I write something or I choose a picture, and I'm like, you have that second thought, and then that's when I go, fuck it, I'll just post it. Like as soon as I second guess it, I'm just like, no, I got to do it now.
Yeah.
If I'm second guessing it, I'm trying to convince myself that it's not right.
Yep.
And it's never going to be
And it's easy to overthink.
It's not my choice to make whether it's going to be right.
Most
or not.
people are
exactly right. Some people stop and look, and they're the people that you want involved with the brand. So
it's a funny game, social media.
It's
weird. I've gone through cycles of being real into it, trying to do as much as I can, creating videos on gloves and, let's do everything and going crazy. And then I just get burnt out and I'm like, I don't want to post a thing, I just don't even want to look at Facebook, so.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Yep. So it's definitely try avoid burnout.
Yeah, definitely.
It's probably the thing I recommend there.
Just take it easy.
Yeah.
You can't do
just be consistent, and that's probably the biggest goal. It's probably what I'm not good at, consistency.
Yep.
And it's probably more from a workload thing. I'd love to be able to do one YouTube video a week sort of thing, because that's the staple that built Patriot anyway, is that consistency. But, same thing with all I get stuck with here, and then I'm like, I can't go edit. I'm working 14 hours a day here, and just too stuck. So it's true, so consistency is key. It's probably where I failed and where could have a bigger following, but again, it is what it is, and you work with what you can.
Well, you just do what you can do. That's right. Like with this now, I think it was last weekend. I can't remember, so much has happened between the last podcast and this one.
For sure.
But I'm trying to do them more regularly.
Okay.
So even if it's like, if me and Emma have something planned, it's like, can we maybe just get it done in the morning? That way I can do it in the afternoon.
Yeah, cool.
Just for that consistency.
Yeah.
Because I noticed, again, like we were talking about before, last season I brought the computer down, I've done an edit every day and uploaded it every night from
same night.
LJ, every night.
Mate.
So I'd be up to like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's exhausting.
And then have like 2-3 hours sleep, wake up at 6 o'clock, straight back up to the mountain again.
Yeah.
And
unreal.
It was
and that's the thing with like editing, like it's so intensive. Like it takes so long.
Headphones on, music,
all your focus, and it's pretty full on.
So
have you thought about doing live video?
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
How's that go?
I haven't. I'm still battling with myself.
Yeah, well, I haven't done it yet either. I've been thinking,
like, do I do it and have like 2 people watch, and then just be like, I got 2 people
cares?
watching?
Yeah,
that's the internal debate.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll get there.
Yeah. Well, I did.
We'll build up to it.
I've been wanting to do it, but again, it's been time. It's like just trying to fit in a time where I think people would watch.
Yep.
And also like, oh, well, what am I going to talk about live stream? So then I start planning things.
Yeah.
And then I just get too bloody busy, and I'm like,
and it just gets pushed further and further down the line.
It does, yeah. So you've really got to just commit. I think I've really got to force myself probably to just start doing it and create the time.
It's that consistency. Well, you got to make time.
100%.
That's what I've found. Doing that, editing every night.
Yeah.
Make
things happen, right?
Consistent videos up
100%.
Is when I got the most traction on the videos I have uploaded to YouTube.
Sweet. Yeah.
Because I got this one, which is BEYPER.View, which is what these people will be watching on. Yeah. And then the separate one I have is just the brand, Beyond Perspective Clothing, which is just adventure stuff, whether we're out in the van, going away for a weekend. Cool. Just trying to be a bit more personal with it.
More vlog style sort of stuff. Yeah.
And then, I didn't vlog the whole trip, but I did do a lot of when we were over in New Zealand.
Awesome.
Done a couple edits from over there.
Yeah.
Got a bit from the heliboard as well. Yeah. Not as much as I wanted to, because it's...
Probably too busy smiling to film anything, eh?
Too busy trying not to eat absolute shit. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, nice.
Forgetting to turn the GoPro on half the time.
Yeah.
Because you can't see it. You got the guy yelling at you, let's go. Yeah. And it's just like, you press the button and you can't hear if it's beeped or...
So many times I've been filming and press the wrong button, or you have a bad view and it's like, I can't do anything with this, it'll ruin footage.
Some of them end up just pointing straight down. It's like, it's mad to see the board move around, but you kind of want to see
have some other perspective
where you're going. But it's that consistency.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's why I'm trying to do more of this now and make the time to do it.
It's awesome.
To obviously grow. Well, obviously you want to grow the brand, obviously.
Yeah.
But I want to talk. I want to learn. I want to talk to more people.
Okay.
I want to just... The thirst for knowledge is the forefront.
Yeah.
The more I learn, the more perspective I can put into things. I can start going down different paths, trying to do things differently, trying to do things my own way. So
awesome.
Which is kind of what I already do. I think
cool.
I try anyway. I try and do my own thing. That's all we can ever do.
No, that's right. That's unreal.
But consistency, that's the key.
Yep.
Consistency is key. All right. Let's move on to question number 2.
That was a long question, wasn't it?
That's cool. I just might need to get plug the charger in for the laptop soon. I don't have to do it now. It's all right now.
Yep. If you ever want to pause, I'll grab a lead if you want.
The beauty of filming this is I can cut this out.
Okay.
We're at 44%. Once it gets down close to 20, I might look into that.
I've got another power lead, so
beautiful.
Can make that happen.
All right, question 2. As we've already talked about, we are very new. We being me and my wife Emma.
Sure.
We are very new to the snow world. Yep. This is only our 3rd season because we only started in 2018.
Unreal.
For us and anyone wanting to go backcountry, which we do.
Yep.
What is some safety advice or information you could share for all of us beginners out there?
Sure.
Like wanting to venture out of bounds, so to speak.
I'd say don't start by getting out of your element.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Australia, as far as a snowpack, so it's pretty safe overall, but slides do happen. You know, people do die out there, so it is serious and it's no joke.
Definitely.
So taking a course would be a good idea. It's probably the
It's the plan.
the parent advice, you know, so then you sort of know.
Knowledge is power.
Exactly. But if you're just even approaching some of the, what they call slack country areas that we have just outside a resort, you know, if you have the right setup, for snowboarders, you need some snowshoes or you need a split board. And just, you know, take off to some of them easier areas, like at the back of Air T-Bar, an area called Paralyzer. You know, like, you're not in much danger there, you know. It's really when you get to some of the steeper sections, some of the stuff where, you know, beginners would be out of their element. So I'd recommend going with someone with more knowledge, someone that can show you the ropes. And just learning how to read the terrain a little bit better and sort of, you know. The other thing that can happen up there is, like, weather changes instantly, you know.
You kind of got to be on top of the forecast and but even then it can still
be
change.
Prepared. Have the things you need. Have the apps you need to navigate. Because you can just turn into instant whiteout after you've been in sun all day. And then you're walking around in a fog going,
no idea.
And if you don't know the lay of the land, you can get yourself in real trouble.
Walking around in circles.
And people go missing. It can turn into a disaster.
Definitely not something you want to do.
No. So, but like, and that's it. Australia's backcountry, there's a bit of everything. You know, there is some gnarly stuff. There is, you know, it goes from...
Okay.
Feel good?
Yeah. It's weird. Oh, that's where it's going.
Oh, going in.
Sorry.
Yeah, so no, like, and so... Depends how deep you want to get involved in backcountry, I guess. You know, there's some easy stuff to get to, and there's some stuff that if you want to go all day or if you want to camp overnight, there's...
Well, that's my goal.
Your goal?
That's what I want to do. I don't know if Emma will join me on an overnight adventure.
Yeah.
I got no problems roughing it.
I don't know if I'd stay the night out there. It's bloody cold.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you have to be in a tent or dig in a cave.
I reckon I'd like to at least experience it once.
Yeah.
Because then I can make the choice. I could do this again or this. Yeah.
I've got mates that go out there and do it all the time, and people that go out for their first night, often in the middle of the night,
won't do it again.
What am I doing?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of... The other way to do it is just get up early.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, like,
and go.
Don't sleep out there all night when you can stay in a warm bed, get up at 4 a.m.
Exactly.
And, you know, you can walk anywhere within 2 to 3 hours.
Yep.
You know, anywhere that's like, you know, you want to take on.
Have a board around.
Yeah.
And then you cruise back.
That's it, yeah. And you'll get back to the car park and, day trip.
Yep. Go home, have dinner, sleep in that.
Because the range isn't that big, you know? Like, you know, it's not like you can go multi-day out there. Could if you wanted to, but you're really just
doing the same.
If you're doing that, you set up a base camp and you go ski different different lines. But yeah, so start small, stay in your element, get a guide if you just want to, you know, get the ropes, do a safety course.
Definitely.
You've got to have the safety gear. It's probably what my first
100%.
point should have been is beacon probe shovel and then learn how to use it. There's
we got a
great
course in
there's great info, you know, on YouTube University. You know, like there is good info. But it doesn't replace the real thing of taking a course.
Definitely not. We still definitely want to do a course.
Even just to get that initial intro. And then, you know, and if you go with people who are experienced out there, that's the best thing to learn, you know, because you're going to see how they approach everything.
That's right.
And you learn by doing. I don't know. I think that's how most people learn the best way.
Usually once.
Is by doing.
Do it once and I'm like, okay, I can build from there.
That's right.
And then we adapt and...
Yep.
And you just keep.
But there is some fun backcountry terrain that we have, and it's definitely underrated. Some of it you've got to work your ass off to get out. Well, but it's fun.
It only kind of piqued my interest, I guess, when we were in New Zealand. I was talking to you before about that. I want to say Sugar Bowl, but I don't think it is.
Sure, yeah.
I don't think it is.
That's
I can't remember which one it is.
Talking about the bowl at the Remarks, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one. So as soon as you come out of that building,
it's
the chair directly 90 degrees to you, goes straight up that range.
Yep.
And I think it is Sugar Bowl, or that might be over where the park is. I can't remember.
Anyway, that's serious terrain.
Anyway, I'm getting off topic with it.
I mean, you're a couple of years in and you're taking that on. That's pretty respectable.
Just going down the cat track to get to it. It's only like. It's like barely wide enough for a machine to fit down. Yep. And I'm thinking to myself, because I'm looking over the edge.
Where have you made it to? Yeah.
Well, you have to skate the whole way along.
Yeah.
I tried to strap in at the top and I only made it like 30 metres.
Right.
Like, this is going to be an interesting skate from like half a K around the top of the bowl to go down.
Right.
And the whole way I'm looking down and it's just like that. I'm just like, how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
But made it happen. And it was that and doing the heliboarding stuff.
Definitely.
It was just like I need.
Steps it up a level.
Like I don't even
yeah.
want to go back to a resort. Now. Like I just want to go and enjoy this
Yeah.
stuff. the
Oh, it's
untouched-
fine when you're in the heli, or
Oh, well,
when you're walking up,
I don't
it's
know
a whole
how-
other
I don't know how
story, you know.
often- I don't know how often I'm going to be getting in a helicopter.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Great experience, very costly.
Yep.
The wife still won't tell me how much it costs.
No.
Probably with good reason.
That's
I'll
unreal.
probably say, "Why the fuck did you do that?" but the memory, the experience.
Oh,
to at least
never
have
forget
done
that. Yeah.
it. It was just another planet.
Yep.
Being up there,
Phenomenal.
it's just been another planet.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
If the people that have done it will know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But even everyone like yourself that goes backcountry and does those runs, that's the experience. The only benefit is you don't have to make your own way up to the top of the bloody mountain.
That is the tough part.
That's the tough part.
But it's what they say, you earn your turns. You know?
That's
like,
right.
You know, and you're more
that's what we
grateful
wanna
than
do.
just riding a chairlift. You know,
Definitely,
like you're
definitely.
like, oh, that was an adventure. You know,
Yeah. You
So it's cool.
You work for it.
That's it.
Awesome. Okay. This is... You did touch on this just before, actually. Okay. So question number 3 for you, Craig, is... So, I first discovered you on YouTube doing some backcountry tours.
Cool.
Which, now thinking of it, is actually a lie. It was... I think you went to America for some expo.
Yeah.
For Patriot Footbeds.
Yeah.
And I was like... Got onto your...
Probably the
your
algorithm
profile.
started showing you some more of my stuff.
And then started seeing some backcountry stuff I was searching for on YouTube as well, and then started to pop up in there as well because watch one and there they go. They just start throwing them at you.
Nice.
And then that's where I actually found out that you existed, which is pretty fucking cool.
No, that's
Got us
awesome.
this far. So speaking of YouTube and creating and documenting content, is obviously a passion of yours.
Definitely.
So what kind of drives you to follow that and make content?
Yep.
And also to add onto that as well, what are some of your other passions and hobbies besides business, content creation, skiing, backcountry?
Do occasionally snowboard. Yeah. Probably once a
I
year I
see
go
a
out and
video
have a
of you
rip.
on a
Yeah.
snowboard.
And it usually involves more crashing than when I'm on skis, but
That's the fun part.
it's good. It's good because it's for me, snowboarding's a bigger challenge. So, you know, it takes me down a level and keeps me humble. And, I enjoy doing that occasionally.
Yep.
But main passion, 100% skiing.
Yeah,
Something that, between the two, I'm just more of a natural at it.
Yep. I've never tried it.
Really? Yeah,
Never
okay,
tried to ski at
cool.
all.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. But you're a skateboarding background, right? So it's probably more...
I grew up riding bikes.
Okay.
Motorbikes and BMX.
Yeah, right.
So I can skateboard.
Yeah.
I can't do any tricks on a skateboard.
Yeah,
but
right.
I can ride one and turn quite confidently.
Yeah.
That's why when we started snowboarding, I was just like, I know how to skateboard. I can do this. And 6 hours later, of landing on my ass.
Beat up,
maybe
yeah.
I can't do this. But yeah, no, that's definitely something I'd like to try.
Yep.
So I think I'd at least do everything I can once.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you going to know if you like it?
Hey,
if
it's
you don't
fun
try
to
it, so
change it up, yeah.
definitely.
But yeah, as far as YouTube and that sort of thing, again, just started because I'm like, okay, well, I need to find people who'd be interested in, you know, what I do and, you know,
awesome.
just wanting to create content about ski boots is where it all dawned from, you know, and sort of looking to build the brand and business and
information as well.
and that's one of the greatest ways helping people is
Definitely.
how they're going to find you, and then
Helping people costs nothing.
it costs nothing, but then they're like, I like this guy, or I didn't know that, you've taught me something, and you know, if I can make them laugh away, hopefully they're
that's
entertained at the same time, and so that's where it started for me, and like it's probably like 5 or 6 years now since my first YouTube video.
Yep.
And they just built upon, and I got some, you know, good progress and some subscribers, and it just built from there. And
beautiful.
And from that, you know, you get people emailing you get people the feedback and going, you know, can you help me with this? And that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And actually seeing that change you can make for people
Yep.
is the inspiration for it and why I keep doing it, and
Pretty crazy,
because
isn't
I
it?
enjoy it. I think it's enjoyable to make it, so it's quite a fun thing to do. When I get time, I wish I had more time to do it.
Yeah.
But
It's the hard part.
It is.
Besides running the shop and
Yeah.
doing the footbeds, trying to do everything else.
Yep, 100%. So
Yeah.
being
Some
busy,
things need to
like
come
it's
first.
great. I
Yeah,
love being busy,
definitely.
and I need to be busy
It's
because
just
I'd
kind of-
lose my mind if I wasn't.
Pushes back.
Yeah.
Some of the things you do want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could be a YouTuber full time,
it'd be awesome.
would be awesome. But
would
it's also probably a curse as well. Like
Yeah.
if you're purely reliable on
Yeah, definitely.
You know, just
that source of income.
ad money or something, like
Yeah.
that's what's been shit. I think in the last year,
Yep.
a lot of my stuff's been demonetized.
Okay.
So that's been a bit of a pain.
Yeah, wow.
So not
Any
like I was
reason
making a
as
lot
to
of money
why?
from YouTube views, but they
But
don't.
it's something.
They don't show you to as many people if you're not monetized.
Yeah.
Because they want to show ads.
Yeah, that's right.
So like that's been sort of like a kick
Yeah,
in the
wow.
guts.
Okay.
I always used, and the reason is music that I've used.
Yep.
I always used royalty-free music.
Yep, I do the
But
same.
certain from back then to now, from the database that I was using my royalty-free music,
Yep.
it's either they've decided we're not royalty-free anymore,
Yep.
so now we want to steal all your YouTube revenue,
Or the
or
artist or someone.
some other musician's taken that royalty-free music, rapped over it,
Yeah.
and gone, "That's my song."
Yeah, that's right.
Like, how's that
right.
work? So things like that's been a bit frustrating as far as like trying to gain more audience because
Yep.
it doesn't help.
Actually, I had a similar thing on one of my videos as well. Now
Yeah.
that you think of it, and I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, so you don't get as much exposure
Yep.
when that becomes the case. So that's been kind of annoying. But at least when people search a certain topic,
Yep.
or if they're looking for ski boot reviews,
You come up,
I pop up. So
which is exactly what you want.
and that's kind of good in that regard because it helps, build the
Helps you.
trust.
That's right.
And gain people's sort of, they then want to go, okay,
Trust
I'm
in the
interested in what you do, what you
That's
make,
right.
and
And then they start researching more.
Exactly.
Watch a couple more
Yep.
videos.
and hopefully it steers them in the
Website,
direction for
social
making
media.
a purchase. Or
That's right.
a lot of people even email me and go, I didn't even know you could go get your boots custom fit.
Yeah, well,
You know,
that's
like,
what we're talking
didn't even
about
know that.
before.
Yeah,
Some
so
people
like
have
that,
no
I'm
idea.
like, oh, well, at least I feel like at least helping the industry.
Help,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
definitely.
even if you're not buying anything from me, you might go to a ski shop and get
They can help you
professionally
out.
fitting your boots, and
Yep.
so that's going to change your whole experience of
Just
skiing.
coming across you, that has made them.
That's
take
the
that-
bonus, and
take
even
that
if there's
change.
no sale as far as Patriot's concerned,
You still help someone.
I'm helping someone, and it's
right.
positive, and it's helping skiing, it's helping
That's
the
right.
industry. So that's I'm
Might
all
not-
about it.
It might not help you at the
That's-
time, but in the big
It's the
picture,
greater
it'll end up
reward,
coming
you know
back.
what I mean? And it's not just about selling ski boot gear,
Exactly.
accessories. It's
Yep.
that bigger picture which I really
Exactly.
think makes the bigger difference.
If it was all about money, we wouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
Everyone would be broke.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you'd go do whatever.
Something else.
Yeah, go
You
be
do
a
something
doctor
that
or
makes you
something,
money.
you know.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd be a punish. No offense to doctors. but-
Yeah, definitely. Couldn't even imagine some of the shit that they have to go through
Oh.
and put up with
Yeah.
from people and patients, and I couldn't do that. That's why I drive a truck.
Yeah.
Isolated. I don't have to deal with people.
Yeah.
More time to worry about my own thing. The next vlog, when's that coming out? You were talking about that before.
Yeah,
You
I'm filming, piecing it together.
Yep.
Because as we sort of come in, the season's about to kick off in a couple of weeks. So I've got to get this workshop to a
Done.
point of being functional and where
Yep.
we can operate. So hopefully that will be out by the end of June. If
Okay.
I can get it edited together.
Yep.
Time pending. It won't be much later than that if it
always
is
time.
later. Yeah,
always
it's
fucking
always
time.
time.
Yeah.
Constraints.
Always time. The hard part is making it.
Yeah.
Making that time.
Yep.
Which I've started to do when it... I wouldn't say it pushes other things back,
Yeah.
but every time I'm like, nah, fuck it. I need to do this.
Yep.
And then you do it, and then like now, doing the podcast.
Yep.
And slowly things start to happen, and you're like, okay, good. It's like I made the right choice
Yeah.
to invest that time.
Yep.
Because otherwise, you're only going to go out somewhere to lunch and spend
Yep.
money or go hang out with someone. And
Yep.
like, it's not that it's a waste of time,
No.
but I can always be more productive.
Definitely.
So I'd rather be...
I think you reach a time in your life where you care less about
I
know,
just don't care about anything.
leisure, social, but like if
Yep.
you do have a passion and you do have a purpose,
You go chase
you
it.
want to dedicate your time because
100%.
that's what you're enjoying to do.
100%.
But yeah, as far as like the vlog, time is
Yep.
it slows you down when you're making a vlog
Well,
because when you just want to get in and build something, but you got to go, I got to go hit the GoPro. I've
right.
got to get a different angle, or and you're
Definitely.
trying to be a filmmaker. It's like, well, this has taken me 10 hours, or I could do in half an hour. And you were just speaking about that, about
Yeah, exactly.
maybe getting other views for cutting things together. So it's like
the hardest part I've found is if I do something on my own. Sometimes some of the videos I make at home, I'll just use this at home. Just the audio's better. It's better than using a phone.
Yeah.
It's just looks a bit more professional,
sure,
I guess, at the end of the day, which is what you want. It's what we try to be. We try to be professional.
Well, you do, not making Hollywood movies,
exactly.
but, like... It's,
exactly.
And that's a funny thing, is like, you get criticism if your production quality's not good enough. And it's like, well, come on. For me personally, like, I'm not a filmmaker. I don't care about cameras.
Yep.
I don't give a shit about any of that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Like, I don't own a mic, so like my audio's shit in a lot of my videos.
Yeah, I'm glad.
This is awesome. I want one of them.
I'm glad Emma brought it for me for my birthday.
Good investment.
Otherwise, I just had one of those little lapel microphones.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Plugs into your phone. I was just using the audio recorder on my phone.
Yeah. Right.
So which is it worked.
Yeah.
But it just definitely does give you the
See, I had a GoPro that I must have knocked too many times or something like that. And there's videos where it sounds like I'm talking in a
tunnel.
Yeah,
it just sounds
absolutely terrible.
Yep.
And you get these comments like, this is crap. Use your phone, like just all these. Yeah, but you got to not think about that because it's not that important in my opinion.
No, it's not.
It really isn't. It's what you're trying to do, and it's your intention, and it's what you're doing for people. And
if someone watches a video of mine and only has the sound quality to complain about, we're doing something right. Yeah. It means they haven't worried about how the bloody different views are cut together or the edits, how everything joins together.
But that's not the reason they're watching.
That's
you know
not
what
the
I mean?
reason they're watching anyway. But it's weird making this stuff myself. When I do watch other videos, it's obviously I don't pick on it. I don't like to pick on it.
Yep.
But sometimes you see something, if it's just like a choppy transition,
the
first thing I think is, made it like...
Well, there is a craft to it, you know what I mean? There is a skill and there is a,
I've looked back at some of the first ones I made and I was just like, what was I thinking?
Exactly,
It's like just click,
100%
click,
the same.
Music across the bottom, that's it.
Yeah.
So we're definitely
That's how I still do it.
Yeah, definitely improving.
Yeah.
It's still very basic. What software do you use?
So for videos, I've just upgraded to a MacBook Pro.
Okay.
So I'm learning how to use... No, they came with Vegas. I think it was
Vega Pro or something?
Yeah, it was that upgrade that you could buy with it.
There it goes again. I don't know.
I've never actually used it. So I had an AVS free video editor.
Okay.
Is where I'd cut it through. Mm-hmm. And then for anything fancy, I'd actually have a video editor which I'd outsource to do some of the graphics and like make it look cooler.
Yeah, definitely.
There's only so much I can do.
That's right.
But yeah,
that's a good choice.
And you
get other people to help.
That's right. Yeah,
you kind of,
and that's a good thing to do. Like, don't waste too much time on what you're not good at.
Exactly.
And I really like to outsource things to people who can do something much faster. You know what I mean? I don't have to invest as much time. You spend a few bucks, get it done, and it looks way better. So that's how I operate.
Yep.
It's not all my editing skills.
Yep.
Like I can cut clips together,
add
audio, farm out my ideas, add these graphics, make it look cool, and that's how it's been coming together. Yeah.
I'm a weirdo. I just like to do everything myself.
Everything.
Even if it takes 10 times longer. But I just want to learn.
Yep.
So even if it takes me 10 hours to make a video,
sure,
and I learn a couple of things
you
along
develop
the way,
them skills,
But like
100%.
that, if at some point in time I need someone else to make it for me, I can go, I need you to do this for me, I need you to do this for me.
Yep.
And they obviously know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I've been in some positions in the past where you go, I need your help with this, and then you just get fed a whole bunch of bullshit and then overcharged at the end.
Yep.
It's just like, fuck, I could have learnt that in a day and done it better myself.
For sure.
So that's
get exactly what you want.
Why I've just got a weird mentality.
Yeah.
I like to at least, I just go from A to Z, and then I go, okay, these are the parts I can't do.
Okay.
And then get the help from there.
Say about things like graphic design and all that. You do all that. Unreal.
Everything.
Yeah, cool.
Everything. Not one person. That's why it's taken so long, I think, to get to the point I'm at now, because I do everything myself.
That's invaluable skills. Yeah.
It's a gift and a curse, I guess. It's a gift and a curse, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Very time consuming.
Yep.
But a lot of the time, what's in my head, it's hard to
Gotta
write
get it
down
out.
or to give to someone. So I've got to sit on the computer for 8, 10 hours, 2, 3 days coming back to it. I'm like, nah, it's still not right. It's still not how I want it. And then it gets to how you want it, and then you go to a screen printer or you embroiderer or something. They're like, yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I should have thought of this before I went down that road. So
Yeah.
Got caught out a few times with it.
Okay.
But it's worked out.
Awesome.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Like these beanies, they took 6 months.
Yep.
6 months to do.
Wow.
Got the patch made.
Yep.
I had no idea whether they were going to be any good for it.
Yeah.
So sold it I think it was like 20. I think I sold nearly 30 of them as key rings.
Okay.
Or just gave them out.
That logo.
Yeah. So I just drilled a hole in it.
Yep.
Like it was done professionally. Drilled a hole in it, put a key ring in it.
Yep.
If people didn't buy just the key ring, whoever brought a shirt or whatever else I had for sale at the time, I just throw a key ring and a bunch of stickers in.
Nice.
And then after a month or two, just send them a message. Hey, how's everything going? How's the key ring going?
Right.
And then like, oh, it's fine. It's copping and beaten and it's fine. Wipe it with a damp cloth and it looked like brand new again.
Awesome.
So after a couple of months of that, I was like, beautiful. They're not tearing. They're not stretching.
Quality's good enough.
Anything like that.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
Yeah, so it's, like I said, it's a gift and a curse. Trying to do that product development and R&D.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're a one-man band. But
and where are you getting them made?
Patches were made in Melbourne.
Okay.
So they were made by a local guy in Melbourne.
Awesome.
Massive company. Does these PVC patches, pins, badges. Just that's his jam. That's what he does.
Nice.
Screen printer up in Port Macquarie.
Yep.
Supplied the beanies.
Yeah.
Done the embroidery, like the stitching.
Cool.
I think they've actually got an embroiderer that they use to do it all. So, and then me, and then the guy that makes all our stickers and stuff for us.
Yeah,
There's like
right.
5 businesses involved.
Okay.
And they're all New South Wales except the guy in Melbourne that's done the actual patches.
That's awesome. So yeah, cool.
It's kind of why they're as expensive as they are, which I can't really justify. But at the end of the day, like I'm not making a ton of money on them, but it's all Aussie business.
What you want to do though,
Aussies support.
I think we need that, man. Like,
So some people that buy it, they're like, even if it was $100, I'd still pay for it because I know it's going to you, it's going to them, and then other people just want to buy a $5 beanie. It's just like, well, you're definitely not the person that I want supporting my brand.
For sure.
So
it's 100% like where I want to move to. Like I'm a big believer, and it goes to being patriotic. You know, in there it goes again.
It's had a mind of its own recently, this thing. Sorry.
Crack another beer?
Yeah, definitely.
You want?
Beautiful. But yeah, everything is made here.
Yeah.
Everything's made here. So it's, definitely not the cheapest route to go.
No.
But at the same time...
But it's satisfying,
it's
you know?
Quality. It's quality over quantity.
Yep.
If I'm making something I wouldn't buy, obviously I'm not going to fucking make it.
No.
Because I don't want to buy... Not shit, but I don't want to buy something that everyone can buy. You know, it's easy to jump on a website and get a whole bunch of shit
100%.
made for $100 and then you can
mass
sell it.
market, Alibaba, Amazon, like who cares? You know what I mean?
It's not that hard to do.
You're not making just a commodity. You know?
No,
like
it's the
there's more to it.
Yeah, definitely. It's the whole thought process behind it, trying to support other Australian businesses.
Yep.
Like the last gentleman I had on the podcast, he said it's Australian businesses supporting Australian businesses
100%.
supporting Australians.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
It's what we need, man.
To business to family. Like
overall, I think
keeping everyone
Australia needs to, take that view a bit more. You know, like we're pretty good. Well, sometimes we're pretty good at buying Australian made.
Which
I think there needs to be a bigger push in
definitely.
even like retail and grocery and trying to build a manufacturing base back here in Oz.
The hard part for a while there was, even though there was made in Australia, labels on stuff, like half of
from
it was
imported
still made
ingredients.
somewhere else.
Like bullshit like that.
Yeah.
But and so things could be done better like that, and it's where
That
the
all
government,
comes
I
down to
think,
money.
should probably invest more in Australia. We used to be
Definitely.
really great at manufacturing,
Yep.
and it's sort of been gutted, all for just a cheaper price.
Yeah, definitely.
But hopefully,
Everyone wants to save money.
and
not
after
spend
this
it.
situation, hopefully enough people have a view of,
Yeah.
maybe there is things we could do.
Exactly.
Maybe there's innovations we can
Yep.
make. And
Fingers
for me, well, nothing's been more satisfying than getting my products made locally here with someone I can go and speak to and really work with the development and, and creating something. And, I'm supporting a local family.
Exactly.
Like
It's the best way.
that is unreal. And putting a be a Patriot sticker on that box and sending it out, and then seeing people's reaction when they're like, "Oh, you get these made in Australia?"
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
pay more, but
Yep.
you know what I mean. Like I've got to charge a little more, but
You're investing in the country's future,
Yeah.
even though it's
I'm happier
small.
sending that product with my brand on it
Yeah.
because that's how it's made.
Definitely.
And eventually, I'd love to do all Patriot like that.
Yep. Definitely.
Here's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But we're working with good.
Two
Well, we're working with good
entities.
quality brands, and like we don't have any control of that. Like we do have some Aussie brands in here, but
Yep.
that's all Chinese manufacturing.
Yeah.
Some of the other guys we work with,
Excuse me.
like the North Face,
Yep.
Patagonia,
Very good
are very
products.
conscious on how things are made as well. So, going down the eco route, going down to fair trade, fair sewn,
Yep.
responsibly sourced products,
Yep.
things like that. And that progression's happening. So I think that's
Exactly.
only a positive thing.
It's gonna get better.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It does.
But that's
get
why I think you're on the right track
trying.
with that, man. Like
Trying.
100%. It's cool.
I've copped a bit of flack, and then you get a bit of praise, and it's just like fuck.
Whatever,
We
yeah.
are on the right track.
What do you
I
want? $2 beanies with
I've
a
had,
stamp on.
If I could sell 1,000 of them, I probably still wouldn't sell them.
Yeah, good.
Because it's not gonna benefit me.
Yep.
It's not gonna benefit the next
Not what
person.
you're about, yeah.
And like the quality, I guess there are some of those brands. I guess the quality is still there.
Yep.
Like in the blank sense, not the actual brand that is selling them.
Yeah.
Like they're all good, but the quality, the actual product you're buying to sell to people.
Yeah.
Some of it is great, and some of it you might only wear it 2 or 3 times, and then
Sure.
it's just
Yeah.
shit, and it's
Throw
so-
away.
Been there plenty of times. It's just like,
Right.
why the fuck did I waste $5 on that? Like,
Yeah.
it turns into a waste.
Yep.
I'd rather spend a bit of extra money and keep something for a couple of years.
100%.
So
Yeah.
that's the plan.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And you feel you're in that snowboard niche for your market, or?
I don't. It's hard to say because I don't think so.
Okay.
But some people I have spoken to, all they talk about is the snowboarding side of things.
Right, yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I didn't kind of see myself like
There.
yeah,
okay.
in that kind of category.
Yep.
I'm trying to be
More lifestyle.
pretty
Yeah.
much more lifestyle. Like a billabong, like a rip curl, like
Okay.
a hurl. Like they do things for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I guess
100%.
So, they do a lot of surfing stuff, a lot of snowboarding stuff, skate
100%.
stuff,
Yeah.
outdoor stuff.
Yep.
Like it's just a bit of everything. We got a long way to go to get there.
Mate,
That's actually on the goal. Be
Cool.
bigger than.
Mate.
So
that's it.
you got to have big
You have them
dreams.
ambitious goals.
So
Like I said
you got
earlier,
it.
yeah, you got to shoot for the moon.
Even if I only ever get halfway,
Mate,
I'll be fucking
killing
happy.
it, yeah.
I'll be happy.
100%.
To get half the size of one of those guys,
Unreal.
ridiculous.
Yep.
I'll be able to go heliboarding a lot more and take a lot more people
That's for
with
sure.
me.
Yeah.
Take
Unreal.
some passengers with me. So you got to have big dreams. Otherwise,
You won't go anywhere.
Otherwise, I
Yeah.
wouldn't get out of
Be
bed.
stagnant. Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't get out of bed. So
Awesome, man.
that's the plan.
Cool.
One day,
Yeah.
whether it's in 10 or 20 years,
Yep.
doesn't bother me. As long as we can do our thing on the journey, that's all it's about.
Cool.
Help some people along the way.
Yeah.
Teach some people some stuff along the way.
Yep.
Learn some stuff along the way.
Definitely.
That's the whole journey of life, really.
Yeah.
Teach and learn.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan. We kind of did touch on this before.
Yeah.
This is question number 4. So this is just so winter 2020 basically.
Sure.
What does it look like for the shop and you personally, like
Yep.
the shop itself? As we kind of touched on before, whether the season does go ahead or not.
Yep.
So that's going to have a massive impact on you guys as a business.
Yep.
And what effect do you see, like the current situation having on, like the Jindabyne community itself?
Definitely.
What have we got here? Sorry.
No problems.
Yeah, as it relies on seasonal economy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it relies on, but it definitely is a
becoming-
big factor
Yeah.
in keeping the community and the economy going.
This town, we're a mountain town.
Yep.
So, that winter season is most people's 70-80% of
Yeah.
what they do.
Yep.
So, it's still very dependent
Sets
there.
them
We
up
are
for the rest
seeing
of the year.
growth in the summer market. We're becoming a really good local destination for Australia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's people hiking, Trail running is a sport that's really been growing.
Yep.
So we're starting to see some events happen here.
We've seen a lot of runners out today.
Mountain biking is
Everywhere.
exploding.
Yep.
So that is probably the thing that's going to...
That's the summer.
That is what summer will be. Like somewhere like Whistler that is really ski, and then now mountain bikes become bigger than ski.
They have some big downhill parks.
Massive tracks. And so like Threadbow's expanding, you know, they've just got a gondola installed, so things are happening in that regard. Game changer. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to even just go check that out. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we got tracks in town. Like my house literally backs onto a track that,
beautiful.
You know, it's really cool to just straight out the door and go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so mountain biking is probably the future of this town.
Yep.
It's not something we personally delve in. The guys next door are the mountain bike shop.
Yep. I did see that. We were sitting outside before in some pizza. There's some guys cruising around on mountain bikes out of the shop there.
That's cool.
Yep.
But yeah, so more and more we're going to be turning into a year-round sort of destination, and that's great for the future of this community and gives people a bit better income and businesses staying open. You know, there was a time years back where it's 3 months and then you're a ghost town out there. You might as well go, oh, what are we doing? A lot of people would shut their doors and not bother doing anything.
You got to do well during winter to survive until
that's right, winter. You know, and we like to make that effort over summer as we're not shutting down. We want to keep operating.
That's right.
And that's where also that overseas travel market was more and more people were going to Japan to go riding or, you know, going to North America. So like that also helps a lot.
Definitely.
But as far as Jindabyne and the impact on this community that this winter will have is going to be pretty huge.
If
There's a lot of unknowns, and everyone you talk to that lives here is just like, it's like literally of a coin. What are you thinking?
You don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
And so
you can't even predict.
By all reports, they're saying 50%.
Yep.
That'll get everyone by, but we just survive to try another year.
Yeah, that's
you know,
right.
like so.
And hope nothing happens between now and then.
100%. Yeah. If let's not even make suggestions.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. Yeah. No one needs.
No, well, hopefully it's going positive now, but yeah, so. And that's a rebuilding phase then for the whole snow industry, I guess. Like, have the newcomers to the sport, are they going to be scared off this year? Like, what's their, you know, returning? Are they going to get into snow sports next year? So there's a lot of unknowns.
We're very sceptical.
Yeah.
Of this season.
Right.
Because we want to end up having a baby in the next 12 months or so.
Sure.
So that'll.
There's a good year until
season,
you can
you know what I mean? So
put a board on the baby's feet.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right. So that'll impact obviously next season.
Yep.
So that's why we need to do as much as we can this season, because then if we miss a year or two, we've got that little bit more progression. When we come back next time, we're already that little bit further ahead. Yeah. Even if we miss out a season or two. So. Always forward planning. Yeah, definitely. Trying to at least anyway. Cool. As minute as it is, but yeah, no, it's very unnerving to think that if it does turn to shit, a lot of people are just going to be. That would be the most devastating thing for this town. You know, like it's not just. You know, I mean, we are very snow based, but it's not just snow. It's restaurants. That's right. It's, you know, everyone's had a rough go of it. Everything. You know, like, so it's just gonna kick you while you're down, sort of thing. So who knows? And then it's a slow recovery, but if you're if you're game for it, you just gotta. You'll make it happen. That's right. Yeah. That's right. So you got to adapt. That's it. Bear Grylls. Mm-hmm. Adapt and overcome. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is a question I have not asked anyone yet. Okay, cool. But I was told to ask people. Well, I wasn't told. It was mentioned to me to ask people from one of the first guests I had on my podcast. Oh, awesome. And it's just intrigued me a little bit. So I thought I'll ask a question. If you could recommend one other business or individual to have on the podcast, okay, who would that be? Or who would they be? Obviously, as we're always trying to experience new things and see things from different perspectives, so it's interesting to get that perspective from one guest to the next. Okay, if that makes sense. Yeah, bit of a curveball. Yeah, I'm not even sure. It's a bit weird. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anyone local. Yeah, okay. Whatever you think. I just need a laptop and a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go anyway. We drove nearly 6 hours to come down here, so
Right.
not just to half the reason, 50-50.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
come down here for a weekend and
Wow.
come meet some new people.
That's the toughest question.
You can come back. You can come back to that.
Can we come back to that? I'll have a
Yeah,
think about it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you want it to be in snow industry or?
Doesn't have to be. It
Doesn't
can
have
be
to be.
whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever industry you want.
Interesting.
It could be the local mechanic around the corner.
Okay.
Or someone at Burt. I don't know. Could be anyone.
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah. Right.
All I can do is send an email.
Yeah. Well, that's
And,
it.
you either get
Probably
a yes
put you
or
in
a no.
touch with someone if you're interested.
You
But,
either get a yes or a no.
yeah.
So I don't mind asking questions.
okay.
Well, actually, I don't mind getting told no because it means I've asked the question.
Yep.
So that's
You don't know until you ask.
That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Took a long way to adapt that thought process, but
Give me 10 minutes to stew on that.
no, you're right. You
Yeah.
don't even have to get back to me now.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I don't mind.
That ruins your
No,
question.
it doesn't. I've asked the question. I've done my part.
I just want to be creative with it. I want to think of something cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Since it was a gentleman owns a local cafe / restaurant
Okay.
up near us.
Yep.
He's kind of innovating that that part of the world.
Yeah.
The cafes and restaurants and
Okay.
changing up a lot of things within that industry.
Yeah. Right.
And that's what, he mentioned it to me.
Okay.
It's like, what you should, he goes, another podcast I watched, they ask who they think the next guest should be.
Okay.
Because then it's, it's weird. It just opens the door
Makes
for
some interesting
something
connections.
completely different.
Definitely.
Yeah, so, I was like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
So it's taken a couple of podcasts. I'm like, I don't know if I just want to go, so who do you want me to talk to? Like,
Right.
it's a bit of a odd question, I guess, but it just goes outside of my thought
Sure.
process on who I would contact or who I would talk to. So,
Definitely.
It's a game changer.
Okay.
It's
cool.
different.
Yeah.
I can tell it's different.
No, it is.
That's not. That's,
Didn't expect it.
Yeah. No.
but yeah.
No, it's good.
I'd like to make a good recommendation.
That's a good. That's a good question then.
It definitely is.
Whether
Thought provoking.
Whether I ask that at the end of every podcast, I don't know.
Okay.
But that's definitely interesting.
Oh, I've ruined that one.
I like that.
Because I don't have an answer
You
yet.
haven't ruined it yet. You haven't ruined it yet. That's cool.
Mm.
So let's run through some quick. So excuse me.
No problems.
Those beers are getting me gassy.
Yeah, sorry. Pale ales.
Let's run through some quick, social media stuff. Where can people find you on social media? Like your YouTube,
Sure.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yep. All Patriot Footbeds.
Yep.
Or Jindabyne Sports. Jindabyne's tough to spell, but
Yeah.
JINDABYNE
Yep.
Sports
Yep.
is where you'll find the store
I'll put
and the brand.
links. I'll put all the links.
Awesome,
for everything
yeah.
in the description anyway.
Any follows are greatly appreciated,
Yep.
and try to keep people interested and entertained on these channels.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that vlog. The end of June.
Yeah,
It's coming.
coming out.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
and hopefully some other cool stuff I've got in the works for winter,
You'll have the,
if I can get a lift
if
ticket.
you get it. You'll have the shop finished in the end of the next vlog.
Yeah.
You'll have it finished off,
Yeah, I think so.
or as much of it as you can finish off.
It won't be finished off like I intended,
Okay.
but it'll be finished to a stage where it's
Where it's
presentable, and that we can actually,
As long as
function,
it looks,
serve
as long as it
people.
looks like it functions from this side.
Everything behind that wall,
Doesn't matter.
absolute disaster, but nah,
That's fine.
it'll be good. I'll do the tour, and
Yep.
hopefully it all comes together.
Awesome. That's cool. Mad.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for having me.
mate,
I
thanks for
appreciate
coming. Thanks for having me on.
It's it was a little nerve wracking.
Really?
The whole way down here. I'm just worrying. Is the microphone going to work? Is the camera
Yep.
going to work? Is the laptop going to play ball? Because I've never used it to record the audio before.
Yeah,
I only put the program on here like 2 days ago.
technology sucks.
It's just fear of the unknown. I
Yeah,
guess just gets
for
you every time. So
Yeah,
no matter how small that unknown is, it's still the fear's still there. So
Yep.
but we're here. We've
Actually, I've thought of a suggestion.
We're an hour and 20 in, so
Okay.
it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
We've managed to get this far. Suggestion, shoot. I'm all for suggestions or improvements.
Not a suggestion, but I'm just trying to think
okay.
on who to refer you to.
You don't have to. You don't have to answer it now. If you need time to think, you take as much time as you want. Because it's like you said, it's very thought provoking.
It is.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. just by your reaction, I already know that. I like that.
I'm
That's
just
a
trying to
good
pick
question.
one.
Trying. You don't have to pick it now. It's fine.
You're about to run out of battery.
Yeah, I know it's on like 8%.
Okay. Can you cut this and I'll come back with my suggestion and then we close it out? Just delete the section of me sitting
I've
here like
watched
a
it.
stunned
Yeah.
mullet. Like, shit.
I'll just do the SpongeBob 12 hours later or something.
Yeah.
1 hour later.
Awesome.
Okay.
So wrapping up, not me to wrap up, but like,
Have you got something for me to talk about?
no, I'm just saying, like, with the future of your podcasting,
Yep.
and it's something I'm pretty interested.
Yep.
I've never even thought about doing.
You should start one.
You reckon?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Who, have you got someone lined up next?
I have 7.
7.
I have
Unreal.
7 people
Okay, cool.
to sit down and talk with.
Yeah.
But it's time.
Yeah.
It's time
Definitely.
for winning.
Yeah.
When I'm like, hey, look, I'm looking free this weekend. How's that work for you? Oh, I'm busy. I won't be good for another 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
And it's just
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I need to try and sort
Making
out
the time
another
work for
2 or
both
3
people.
people
Yep.
between that time. So a lot of people that I wanted to get to first are kind of just unintentionally kind of just going further down the list just because time. They run their own business.
Yep.
I got a pretty crazy day job.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just
Busy
time.
people.
It's
Yeah.
just time.
Trying to
It's
make it
just
happen.
the-
Yeah.
having the schedules come together where
Yep.
we can meet. That's why when you said any time after 5, I'm just like, I can sit here till midnight.
Yeah.
It's fine. So it doesn't
Same
bother me
thing.
at all. So
Cool.
that's cool. No, but it's awesome. I've got a couple of people lined up. The next, I think, at least 2 or 3 will be similar scenario. I'll be going to them
Yeah, cool.
just for the fact that makes
Down
it
here
easier.
or where are you to next?
No, back up home, up
Yeah,
around home.
okay. Nice.
So they're from other clothing brands to
Yep.
one's a vinyl sign writer. Funnily
Okay.
enough,
Yeah.
one's a vinyl sign writer.
Cool. That'd be good to hear from.
Another one is, who else? A couple of clothing brands actually,
Yeah.
but within different markets.
Yep.
Like they're all different markets.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're all clothing brands. We can
Yeah.
all share knowledge and learn stuff
Definitely.
from each other.
Yeah.
Not that I would have their customers as my customer. If
Doesn't
that's
matter,
what they
yeah.
want to do, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's up to them. So it's, but yeah, no, there's a lot of clothing brands in there, which is I kind of wanted to keep it towards that just
Okay.
because of my clothing
Yeah.
brand.
Keep
But
it relevant.
as time goes on and I'm starting to talk to more people, it's just
Yeah.
like, I can just talk to more and more people in different industries.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
You like the whole business side of it
it's
all,
just
hey?
the business side of
Yeah.
things. How things work.
Yep.
So,
Is there anything that you want to know? Is there anything? I mean, you've had your questions, but from a business question, to throw
how do you run a
one out at
successful
you,
business?
like
How do you run a successful business? Time
supply a good product
Definitely.
and serve
Definitely.
people well.
and be patient.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing that I've learned since starting this
Yep.
is patience.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
Nothing happens overnight, man.
even we were talking before with Instagram posts. Sometimes
Yep.
I put up an Instagram post and then I don't check regularly, but
Sure.
it might be a couple of hours. I'll come back and I'm like, oh, it's only got X amount of likes.
Yep.
Like a week ago, I put up a similar post and it had like 30 likes by now. You know,
Yep.
and you're always comparing.
Yep.
So it's hard to break that cycle. And it's like, well, this post isn't that post.
Yep.
It's a different time of the day. It's a different day of the week. Like there's so many variable factors.
If I could give any advice, is that social media
Yep.
isn't your business.
No, definitely not.
So, like,
Definitely
it's
not.
easy to get stuck on
Yes.
your Instagram reactions and your likes and
Definitely.
how much response you're getting there.
Definitely.
But that isn't your
It's
business.
not the business.
That's not what it is.
That's right.
That's not what, like, that's what generates, I guess, awareness.
Eyes. That's what
Yeah.
gets the eyes on.
Yeah, but that's not what. Yeah, if you're too worried about that,
It's not gonna
your
happen.
focus is in the wrong direction.
That's
yeah.
right. And I'm slowly starting to shift away from that.
Okay.
So, which
Yeah.
is, well, obviously.
Not that you can't neglect
You still
it.
want to put posts up. You still want people
Be
to see
there and
stuff,
yeah,
but,
try. But like, it's also, I guess, social media is starting to work in the opposite direction.
Definitely.
Because they're just looking to now where you could always build that free base.
Yes.
Now they're monetizing. You got to pay more
That's
to
right.
reach the people that even
That's
follow
right.
you. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd say is like, don't overcommit in that because I
That's
guess it's always a changing landscape.
Yep.
But if you're in business for the long term, new things are going to come.
Exactly.
And, yeah, old things are going to be stable. And,
Funnily enough, with the social media side of things, TikTok.
Okay.
I've got a TikTok account
Never
now.
done it. Never looked at it.
It's so weird. For so long, I thought that's like a 12-year-old high school girl thing. That's what they do.
Yep.
But funnily enough, that's the same thing I thought about Instagram when Instagram first came out, and now Instagram kind of rules the world over Facebook.
Yeah.
So, well, it is Facebook, but anyway, that's a whole different.
So you're on there
scenario.
dancing and all that sort of.
No, I don't. I don't do any of that. I put like stuff up, like me at work in the truck. Funnily enough, if I put up a video of.
So it's almost just like stories on a different platform or something.
Yeah, it's basically like Instagram stories, just a platform dedicated to those stories.
That type of thing.
That's all it is.
Interesting.
So, it's weird because if I put up something with my truck, it blows up.
Right.
One of my videos has like, I think it's up to like 140,000 views now and like 40,000 likes.
Yeah. What are you doing?
It's literally a picture of my truck, a video of my truck sitting there idling for like 7 seconds.
Right.
But because it's a cold morning and the kind of truck it was, it sounds like it's got a big cam in it. It sounds like a big cranky race truck.
Yeah. It
sounds like something straight out of bloody cowboy country America.
Okay.
So it's literally 7 seconds of a truck just idling.
Unreal.
Just making truck noises. That's it. And it's like ridiculous.
Goes viral.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you put up something else of like, hey guys, hope everyone has a nice day. Be positive. And it's just like, no one gives a shit. So that is so hard to predict.
You got to try to figure out.
So hard.
I guess you can't predict.
You can't.
Just
trying to learn.
Throw things at the wall.
Yeah, trying to learn that platform. So I might put up something like I'm at work. Hey guys, working on this today.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Like just trying to push bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah.
But then the next one I'll put up might be just like a picture montage, like a slideshow of some hats and beanies when we used to go snowboarding.
Yep.
A video of me eating shit up there at Blue Cow, like just something just to try and get some interest going. And it's you can't pick it.
Unreal.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Depends on the hour.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's not easy.
Get lost in it.
Yeah, you do. And sometimes I got to just put my phone down. Yeah. Like I can't do this. Like it's just too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Trying to worry about what all those people are doing. Oh. And then I'll just go sit on the computer for 2-3 hours. Yeah. Do some editing. Yep. Do some more.
That's it. You got to figure out what's the most productive way to spend your time too. You know, like
hardest part.
Yeah.
Hardest part. Because then sitting down for 2 or 3 hours editing a video, or like I'll probably spend the next 3 or 4 days putting all this together.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, when we get home.
Yep.
So it probably won't be till end of the week, or maybe even into the week after I put this up.
Yeah.
Hopefully before I do the next podcast, because that's kind of the way I want it to keep eventuating.
Cool.
But it's just the time-consuming thing.
Yeah.
Sitting down for those 2 or 3 hours, trying. Well, if you want to be productive, you can be. But then I can also edit for like 5 minutes, and then it's like Facebook notification, and then you're on Facebook for 20 minutes. It's like, what am I doing? Yeah. Back to editing a video. It's just.
And that's it. But you'll probably find this is probably the stuff that people who are more invested in you want to see. Mm-hmm. And then you look at all the awareness that 140,000 generates.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah, fuck all.
Yeah.
Well,
much. You know what I mean? So like
that one video.
That's like really appealing. Like, look at all the views I got.
Yeah,
but then like, even if you're getting less views, people care more.
Exactly.
So like, that's what I guess what you gotta. So that's the hardest thing to figure out.
With that specifically, with the TikTok stuff. Yeah. That one video that had a heap of views, heap of likes, didn't have a whole bunch of comments. So there's next to no interaction.
Yeah. Okay.
But all the couple of the other videos. Excuse me. Those beers.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
I could have got a different type.
It doesn't matter what beer it is. It just always happens.
Yeah.
So the lesser the views you get less views, like maybe 300-400 views is like the average on the videos I do put up, which not that I couldn't care if it was 2 or 10. 10 people have seen my stuff. That's all I care about. So, but they're the ones that seem, you'll have someone comment, oh, nice video, or oh, Mad, what truck is that? Oh, whereabouts are you today? Like, and then that's where the engagement is. That's where you get those interactions. Which is just a lot more fulfilling, I guess.
Well, it's funny, similar view, and probably one thing that inspired me a lot was 1,000 true fans is what you need to search for.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard that
No,
piece
I
of thing before.
Yeah,
But if
right.
you can get 1,000 people that really, and in the grand perspective of 7 billion people,
Yep.
that's not many.
It's not.
But if you can get 1,000
But to
people to
have-
love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life.
Yeah, definitely. To
Because
have 1,000 people.
1,000 people that actually care about what you do,
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
help them,
Yep.
and if they spend $50 a year, that's 50 grand a year,
Yeah, 100%.
and you'll never work another day in your life.
That's an income.
And they're also your advocates, so they'll grow your business for you.
Word of mouth.
So if you're
is the
looking to
biggest.
generate a
That's right.
business or create something that you want to get out to people,
Definitely.
focus on them, build your 1,000.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's one thing that changed my perspective
Yeah, wow.
on trying to be everything to everybody,
Yep.
and then go, oh no, maybe I should just focus on this group.
On
Yeah,
on
and
the
that-
people that do
Exactly.
follow you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That do,
So-
vibe with what you're putting out.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Excuse me.
So
Awesome.
I've thought of a person.
I was just gonna.
After all this time.
Have you come up with a?
I have.
Come up with a person?
And it's probably someone that might be interesting to speak to, and it's more on the content creation side of things.
Okay.
And he runs media at Threadbow.
Okay.
I don't know if he runs it, but he's the main media guy
yeah.
filming,
Okay.
and also for the brand Oyuki.
Okay.
Goes to Japan and generates a lot of that video content
Yep.
of all the powder skiing,
Okay.
everything you see.
That's interesting.
Yeah, his name's Adam Cronin.
Yep.
He's a local guy.
Yep.
If you see any of his stuff, very
Follow
good
him on
filmmaker.
Instagram and all the rest of it. Already.
Mate, reach out. He might speak to you.
That's cool.
And yeah, he's very talented. And
That's cool.
if you're interested in content creation, he might you might get some good
My
advice out of him.
my favorite part of that response is I follow them on Instagram.
Oh, right. There you go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I kind of have some idea already on
You've already
who
emailed.
they are. No, I haven't actually. I haven't. Although sometimes I lose track of the amount of the
Sure.
people that I actually message and email.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
a response and I'm like, I don't remember sending them an email or message.
Yeah.
I'm like, but okay, that's cool.
Yeah, book you in
definitely,
at 1 o'clock
definitely,
on
let's do it.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
Sweet.
So, that's cool.
Awesome, man.
I like that.
Cool.
I like how it all works out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
mate. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
No problem. Thank you very
great.
much.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. If you guys need links or any information at all about Craig and the shop and Patriot Footbeds, all the links will be in the description. So yeah, you can get in there, follow them. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications, all the usual YouTube jazz.
Awesome.
So you don't miss a thing. And yeah, next time you see us, we actually don't even know who the next guest is going to be yet. So it's just a matter of time.
Look forward to it.
Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Awesome.
Cheers.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you.
It would hurt